Alright, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to actually finish up the Sun Arcana. So yay, one more social link up to rank 10. Also, we're going to hang out with Yosuke, Hisano, and we're going to get some more plot. I don't know why I keep buying these books, even though one's called Man God and Food Fight. That terrible, terrible Charlie Sheen movie. Ugh. It's not like I'm actually going to read these books. At this point, I've already said, hey, just go to the shrine and that'll help out with your social links. But since nobody's going to be hanging out in the rain, since we're finished with the Hermit social link, we can actually go watch a movie with our friends. And of course, they're making a movie that's kind of a parody of Hachiko, called Dachiko. Same story. I say parody, but... So of course, Kanji's the one who we need to call for this. Because when you think of a touching tale about a dog waiting for its master that's never coming back, you think of bringing Kanji along with you.
Thanks for waiting. Well, let's go.
The story of Hachiko is really touching, and honestly pretty depressing. So yeah, this is on a different save file when I was doing the harem run. I just forgot I was actually using this save file, so a lot of my personas are at pretty high levels.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Kanji's doing exactly what I do. If it's a movie about animal, it's just not fair. I just want to hug him.
That again.
I love you, Kanji. He's a big tough guy, but when it comes to animals, that's his weakness. He just can't handle it.
Welcome back.
He just cannot handle it. I guess I am going to be reading a book, because you can't go to the shrine whenever it's raining, so... I mean, may as well read Forever Macho. Narukami reads the Man series for tips. I'm not sure if the rain actually does affect your social link parameters. Although if it does, I guess it works on your courage. Although I just thought that was the Forever Macho book. Not sure. Cannot confirm or deny.
Oh, hello? It's me, Chie.
Chie wants to hang out today, but we're gonna have to pass. Even though this is the harem save file. Basically, whenever Narukami has maxed out your social link, don't expect to see him again, unless you're in his party. You're just a source of personas to him. Because there's no real reason to go hang out with your friends once you've maxed out their social links. Well, that's not entirely true, but we'll get back to that much later on. I don't know why I keep doing these Tonica TV programs. Yeah, those red goldfish would have been very useful. A little late. Would have been pretty damn useful earlier on during the Hermit social link. You know, having 10 red goldfish. The game is doing it to spite you if you haven't finished the Hermit social link. Or I guess it's... I don't know. Maybe it's throwing you a bone if you've waited this long. But if you followed the guide or my videos, you should be on a decent path on getting the Hermit social link done in a timely manner. If not, you've already finished it, so... Again, I just have to keep checking my personas to make sure I have the correct one. Because we had to go hang out with Hisano. Check on her. Last time she said she didn't want to hang out with us anymore, but Narukami doesn't take no for an answer. Whether you like it or not, he's gonna solve your life problems. halfway done with the Death Arcana. Aww. She didn't mean it all the way. Yay! Hisano is happy to see us. I guess we're gonna learn more about Hisano and her husband. That's mostly what Hisano's social link is about. I do kind of get that idea. It's not exactly a gender-specific thing to not really know where your life's heading. Well, I would hope they did something more than just meet that one day a year. That seems like kind of like a dick thing to say. Although apparently that's the correct answer. Letters seem inconvenient. They're a lot more meaningful than just like sending a text or calling somebody on the phone. Well, I guess calling someone on the phone is pretty deep. Anyway, letters just have a lot of emotion behind them because you have to properly like write it out. And you only get more or less one shot at it. So Hisano has lost the letters that her husband sent to her. Fortunately, I happen to know where those letters are. And they're in the place that you would not expect. So in order to progress the Death Arcana, we need to find those letters. And they're actually in a place that we've been to quite a few times. We'll show that off in, not the next update, but the update after that. I'm pretty sure it's the update after next. Let's go hang out with one of our friends in the shopping district. And look who it is, Yukiko. We'll be doing her social link on the next update. And, I mentioned this on the last update, the next rank has an opportunity to become more intimate with Miss Amagi. Arakami is... I guess he's just the heartthrob of Inaba.
Hey.
Halloween is this month. It is October in the game. I think for Halloween, everybody should wear costumes. That seems like a pretty standard thing to do.
Good.
Everyone wearing gag glasses. Is that like your only thing that you like? Just gag glasses? That's not the whole thing about Halloween. You could be a little bit more creative than everybody just wearing like freaking Groucho Marx nose glasses. Well, it's not really Groucho Marx because there's no mustache. Still, be a little more creative than that. Oh well. We got closer with Yukiko, and that's all that matters.
Huh? I want you to have this.
Rainbow Conpeto. I guess I'm gonna have to look up another delicacy. Conpeto. Oh, that's
Good
what...
night.
Conpeto is actually these little sugar candies. They're the Star Bits from Mario Galaxy. That's what those are. Go figure. And I'm pretty sure the Star Bits in Mario Galaxy were actually modeled off Conpeto. And these are rainbow Kampeito. Dragon's blood. This is a thing that actually exists, and that's pretty rad. It's a resin. That's pretty rad. There's a plant that just has like a resin that comes out of it, and it's just called dragon's blood. It's a tree that has resin that's called dragon's blood. It sounds radical. That kind of sounds like the, that kind of sounds like more or less the magical MacGuffin in Uncharted 2. That game's been out for a while, so it's not much of a spoiler, I guess, at this point. But Uncharted 2 spoilers coming up. The main thing, the Chintamani stone, is actually like tree resin from this big-ass ancient tree, and it makes like super soldiers if you eat it.
I see.
And something like, and a tree resin called dragon's blood just seems like that would make you a super soldier or some shit like that. Obviously not in real life, but hey. It's an anime video game, so that'd be kind of a cool angle. Ah, well. Always gotta check my personas. Because even if you're absolutely positive that you're on top of things, you might not be. Even if the guide says, hey, you should be able to do this social link now if you've been following. Sometimes you just aren't. That's why you go to the shrines at night. Anyway, let's hang out with Yosuke.
Alright.
Because Yosuke's our buddy. And I believe we get some more voice acting.
I hated this place when I first came to Inaba. You can tell how small the town is from up here. But looking at it now, it's a nice town.
There's kind of a coziness to how small it is. Yeah. Don't bring up his dead love interest. That seems like a way to bring down the mood.
I want to tell Saki-senpai something. That what's important isn't where you are. This town I hated so much, now I love it. I mean, there's still nothing here, but I have family and friends and you. The important things are never far off. They're all around you. And I always wanted to be special.
There it is.
I thought my life would finally have meaning if I was special to someone. That's why I was really excited when I got my
See, this is
Persona.
more or less the same thing with Junpei in Persona 3. He really got hyped up about being like a hero when he got his persona. Only the difference is, Yosuke's kind of a dirtbag in that he says kind of crappy things, but like in a really joking manner. Junpei's just an asshole for like
you.
the majority of the
Special to me,
first
you
bit
know?
of the game. Where he just constantly either is cracking wise to you, or just outright calling you an asshole, and doesn't want to deal with your shit. As in, he doesn't want to follow your orders. Rank 9, by the way. We're almost done with Yosuke's social link. Getting close. Maybe Yosuke's persona will actually evolve soon. In that it will.
Alright, let's see if we can find everyone's house from here. There's Juness, and that's the main street, so my house is there. The one with that funky roof. Meaning yours is...
You're back.
Time to go hang out with another one of our friends in the shopping district. This time we're gonna hang out with Kanji. It's been a while since we hung out with Kanji.
Senpai!
Well, no, we actually hung out with him during the beginning of the video at the movies. But hey, I like Kanji, so whatever. We're gonna get back on his social link. Hopefully, soon.
Yeah! Senpai.
So Kanji has issues with cops, or cops have issues with Kanji, as usual. Yeah! That's good on Dojima. I'm proud of my uncle. They're good people, too. Not all cops are dirtbags.
You're right.
He's a rare breed amongst cops, in that he actually does his job in this video game. I dislike law enforcement with a vengeance. They're just bullies with the worst of intentions.
Whoa. I want you to have this.
Everybody keeps giving us checkerboard cookies. Everybody just keeps having checkerboard cookies. I mean, they're tasty, but still. Now our Kami's gonna get fat with all these cookies. And then he's not gonna be able to, like, go through the TV world as good. Good thing Mr. Kondo's gonna give us some exercise. Tug of war. It's that little flag in the middle. Oh wait, I guess it's the guy at the end of the rope. Huh. All right then. I always thought the anchor would be the flag, because that's the thing that you're trying to get across. Although I guess that's not really what an anchor does. Ah well, whatever. Okay, now it's time to finally finish up our social link with Yumi. And since this is rank 10, and we still haven't had a intimate relationship with Yumi, this is where it happens. So, despite the fact that this is the harem save, again, I mistakenly chose this one over my regular one, we're gonna see both possibilities. We'll see the lover's choice at the end of the video. She's just watching other people play the role. What's the deal? So I guess characters who aren't explicitly your party members do not get that much voice acting.
Thinking about finding answers to the questions I had
Not
before.
as much, I should say.
He and Mom are the ones who gave me life. Then, what can I do for the people who gave me this life? For the people who have supported me? I've been thinking about it all this time. I'm not going to run from my own life anymore. After all, I'm the only person who can live it.
So, as I mentioned in one of the previous updates,
I'm sorry. And
whenever Narukami finishes a social link, if somebody's in a club or has a job, they just fucking quit. So Yumi's dropping out of theater. So, I mean... Narukami is just not good for the economy of Inaba. He's just not good. Like, if he's your friend, you're probably gonna quit your job or something. Not great.
To start walking.
But yay, we feel the strong bond, and bam! Max Sun Arcana. That's another one down. So, finishing up the Sun Arcana gets you Asura. It gets you that really pissed off guy that Liam O'Brien voices in that one video game. Good old pissed off Liam O'Brien. That's one of my favorite Liam O'Briens. Right next to Akihiko and British Liam O'Brien. And here comes the critical moment. Yeah. This is a bit of a weird one. This is a hard one to do. So, if you want to be friends, you just have to leave her by herself and not acknowledge her feelings.
Bye then.
And then you just leave Yumi to her own devices. Never to see her again. That seems kind of cold, but then again, the harem path doesn't seem that great either.
Oh, you're home.
You know, I said at the beginning of the video I'm not going to be doing much reading of these books, but go ahead. The rain is just picking up, so I guess I have to. I can't exactly use the shrine during the rain. May as well read all these manly books. Okay, so midterms are going to be starting in the next well, no, not the next update. I think it's the update after this. So that's going to be fun. More tests to take. I'd feel bad about making Yukiko answer a question, but fuck Yosuke. Good luck, shithead. The right edge. And it's still raining. Can't hang out with anybody, and now Yumi's done, so nobody to hang out with now. May as well go to Okina City and hang out with one of our party members at the movie theater. It's still playing Dachiko. And since I'm pretty close with most of my teammates, I figure, who do I need to be closer with? And it's either between Yukiko or Rise. So I guess I pick Yukiko.
Hello?
I need to be closer with Yosuke, Yukiko, or Rise. I just go with Yukiko because she's going to be in the next update, so...
Well, see ya.
Whatever. Okay, and keep in mind, I probably shouldn't have brought Yukiko to this movie, because she's probably not the best choice. And you're going to find out why after the film's done. First off, this isn't the movie that Yukiko personally requested. She likes scary films. So how does Yukiko react to a dog movie? About a dog who dies waiting for its master that will never return. Who also probably died. I thought something was hilarious. Everyone else in the theater was totally silent. She laughed whenever the dog died, I bet. What the fuck?
We should go again sometime.
What exactly was funny in that movie, Yukiko? What was funny? It's a dog waiting at a shrine for its master because it's loyal. Because that is the ultimate analogy of loyalty in dogs.
On a wet note as rain clouds moved into the area.
And she's just laughing her ass off.
A thick fog is expected to form in the
Go
Eagle region
figure.
later tonight.
Bring her to scary movies. At least, maybe they'll just think she's crazy if she starts laughing at these. Okay, since we saved Naoto, I guess we'll just watch the Midnight Channel. Yay, we saved Naoto, so suck it, actual killer. Oh, the real killer's getting pissed, and we can also see his shadow, or her shadow. Hey, Naoto's here. And still wearing a boy uniform.
Yes,
Yeah,
thanks
to each his
all of
own.
you. I'd like to thank you once again for what happened.
Don't mention it. But hey, your uniform.
This is way more comfortable and less awkward.
Yes. After contemplating the matter, I went with what I've been wearing thus far. There's no need for you to...
Hey, it's the Detective Prince.
That's no prince. I heard he's a she.
Huh? You serious? If he's a she, then... oh, crap!
What does that mean?
Kinda disappointed. But then again, there's something neat about it. Yeah, if you look at it a certain way, doesn't she seem pretty cool?
How does everybody know about this? Exactly how much of the Midnight Channel is everybody getting?
My, rumors spread so quickly.
Oh, you have no idea. But we're on your side, so don't worry about it, Naoto.
Thank you.
Again,
But it doesn't
rumors are a
bother me at
big
all.
part of
There's
Persona.
no need to worry.
It's
on
kind
my
of like...
behalf. So please,
It's a little
treat me as you
underplayed
did
in this
before.
game, but in Persona
Not at
2
all.
especially,
I'd like to discuss the
rumors
case
were
with
a
you all.
massive part of the
We're dealing
game.
with a
In
kidnap
fact,
and murder
you can
case
only unlock
perpetrated by
certain
someone
dungeons
working
and
in
certain,
this
like,
very town.
quests
And it isn't over
by
yet.
spreading rumors.
Let's
And hell,
go
by
over the
spreading
finding
certain
facts
rumors,
after
you can actually
school.
get better equipment. I'm curious if they'll actually go back to that in Persona 5. Because they ain't doing it in Tokyo Mirage sessions.
First, I heard the doorbell ring. But when I opened the front door, I saw no one there. Just as alarm bells sounded in my mind, someone grabbed me roughly from behind and covered my mouth with something. Immediately afterward, I was put into something like a sack and most likely carried on the culprit's shoulder.
Wow, how could you remember all that?
She's a
The
detective.
culprit seems to have used a chemical to incapacitate me, but luckily I wasn't completely unconscious.
She probably went through
I wasn't
awesome, like,
expecting a
detective
trick along
training
those lines, so I was
to try to
somewhat
resist
prepared.
ether.
And of course, I was desperate to gather as much information as I could.
No wonder you're an ace detective.
Ace Detective!
That ain't something to be proud of. You are too damn calm about all this.
She's seen dead people. I think she's used to it.
Type, I'd say the culprit is definitely a man.
Okay, so it is a guy. So fuck that guy.
So I believe he is acting alone. It's after that that things get murky. I felt a single impact, which I assume is when I was thrown inside the TV. But the time from kidnapping to that point seemed too short. It was a matter of minutes.
So you were immediately thrown inside the TV after being kidnapped.
So they have access to a TV on the go.
TV on the side of the road?
Regrettably,
They just break the window of like a TV stand out of like a display mirror
The killer came right up
and
to the
just
door
bash
and
it,
rang
bash
the
it
bell?
in.
That's just crazy.
That is pretty ballsy for a killer to
I
do.
finally understand why you all testified that you couldn't recall much of what happened. Such a bizarre experience with mental and physical fatigue on top of it. It's only natural to be confused.
It's almost like we're
And
having a
given all the
bizarre
surrounding
adventure.
circumstances, My kidnapping and everyone else's were near identical. There is no question that the culprit is the same in each case.
So, that Mitsuo boy who said he killed King Moron.
Only kill
Everything makes
Moroka.
sense
Damn it,
now.
I was about to say King
I
Moron
can't say
too.
for sure
They got
until
me
I gather
doing
more
it.
concrete evidence. But Mitsuo Kubo's only victim was Mr. Moroka. It was a copycat killing.
Those
that
are the
mimicked
worst.
The true culprit's method.
No wonder King Moron's death broke the pattern in so many ways.
The question remains, though, as to how Kubo learned of that world.
That's it! That's what was bothering me! Mitsuo could enter the TV, right? Then why didn't he kill King Moron that way?
I don't think he knew about
I
it.
believe he didn't understand the other world as well as the true culprit.
There you go.
Even though I can now enter it myself, it wouldn't occur to me to use it for murder. And remember, the previous corpses left no sign that their deaths had anything to do with the other world. After Kubo became wanted,
Yeah, how
leaving him
does
with
death
nowhere to
happen in
run,
the TV
he
world that
probably
gets them
thought
into
for
the real
first
world?
time,
That leaves them
what
on
if I
telephone
put
poles?
My entire body into the TV. The bizarre condition of the corpses that caused such commotion is probably because they died on the other side. It's a simpler explanation than figuring out why the killer would risk disposing of the bodies in
You know, as
such a
strange
way.
as the killings are in
Which
Persona
means
in the
the
Persona series,
inexplicable
they're a
condition of
lot
being hung on
they're a lot
every day wasn't due
they're a
to
lot
the
less
culprit
strange than the
making a
killings in
statement.
JoJo.
Much of our
Somebody got
speculation could
absorbed into a
attest to the
fucking
truth
water
of
can,
Kubo in person.
into a canteen.
However,
That's
I've
fucked.
unfortunately been taken
Geb
off
will
the
fuck you up.
investigation. And I highly doubt that the police will believe any of this.
They wouldn't admit that it wasn't Mitsuo in the first place. Once you've said something on TV, it's not easy to admit you were wrong.
I believe the primary cause of my dismissal was because I raised that possibility to them. The police won't readily concede that they made false charges. All the more so if the accused is a juvenile.
Also look at Mitsuo. He's super fucking creepy. You kind of want to throw him in prison.
Even if it's possible there's another killer?
Those dickheads. I had a feeling that would be the case. Not that I trusted him in the first place.
Fuck the police.
But, Naoto, if you were that calm when it happened to you, couldn't you have, I'm not saying you should have caught him, but isn't it kind of sad for an ace detective to go down that easily?
Shut up, Yosuke.
To tell you the truth, I was really scared.
That's understandable.
I'm sorry.
It's cool.
It can't be helped. None of us could resist the culprit either. Don't forget, Naoto-kun is younger than us, and she's a girl.
All valid points.
Oh yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting when I see her talking like this. You know, Naoto?
What is it?
You got balls. For a girl.
Probably not the best thing to say to Naoto given her shadow.
I have no doubt that the
Dick.
culprit will continue with his attacks.
Seriously,
I
Yosuke,
can
you are a
only watch
fucking
and wait
idiot
for him to make
sometimes.
the next move. But this is no longer a mere job or someone else's affair. I want to know the truth of why we were targeted.
Because we're awesome.
Please allow me to join your effort.
Hell yeah. Now we actually have
Thank
an
you very
actual
much.
detective on our team, so this will
I'll
make
do
things
my
a lot
best, Peter.
easier. Meet the newest party member of the investigation team, Naoto Shirogane. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be replacing Yukiko with her in a few updates. Like I mentioned before, Naoto is kind of like a jack of all trades like Yosuke.
I knew it would work out this
Only
way.
she uses almighty spells.
Now Chan's glad.
She also has dark and light spells, but
Thank you.
I prefer to use her almighty type spells or her buffs.
They told me about you, Teddie. I can sympathize with your drive to find yourself.
Don't encourage
If I may
him.
help in any way, let me know.
Do not say that. You are going to regret it, Naoto.
Nice girl.
Teddie's gonna start talking about scoring with you. And it's gonna be creepy.
Oh, welcome back.
Could work as a janitor, but we're not gonna. No point. Sayako doesn't work at that hospital anymore. So who cares? We're gonna be hanging out with Eri later on in the next couple of updates. Not anytime soon, but in a future update. So may as well try to work on that social link to be able to advance it easier. But in the meantime, plot!
Excuse me. Do you have time after school today?
Did something happen?
No. Rather, I'd like to have a doctor examine Teddie.
A doctor?
You mean a vet?
I mean, I guess you could use either one.
If you're free, I've scheduled a checkup for
It
him
depends
after
if he's in
school
the bear
today.
costume or
A
not.
thorough physical examination might be a good first step in figuring out what Teddie is. And I thought it might be a good idea for the rest of us to get checkups as well. We should see if the fog over there or the power we've gained have had any negative effects on our health.
That is a
Since
valid
you all
point.
have been active on the other side
You
far
have no
longer than
idea
I
what
have.
a
You should
persona
definitely
might
be
do to your
examined.
body.
Negative effects? Don't drop scary stuff on us like it's nothing.
In Persona 3, you had to shoot yourself in the head in order to use your persona.
I've arranged to have
And apparently in Persona 5, you have to do self-immolation.
Wow, you're on the ball about all this.
And getting a stand in JoJo requires you being shot in
Her height's
in
a
like the
big
chest with
giveaway,
an
though.
arrow. Or in the face.
Well, I'll see you all
It
after
depends. It depends on how vindictive the guy who shot you is. And some of those stands are motherfuckers.
That was just an ordinary checkup.
I was kind of looking forward to getting into some gigantic machine and being spun around.
Was there really a point to this? The doctors look confused too.
Oh, they're back.
I'm very sorry for the wait.
I'm very sorry for the wait.
Teddie, enough with the
So
puns.
did they find out anything about Teddie?
God.
They did indeed. They found out that they can't tell anything about him.
In fact, they're going to be sending Teddie to a special lab to be dissected.
On it. No matter how many
Say
times
goodbye to
they
Teddie,
tried,
everybody.
It would always be too blurry to read. A visual examination and standard palpations indicated that he seems perfectly normal. Since the machine could
They
be
cannot
malfunctioning,
understand
they
why
told
he's
me
so
to try
pretty.
Another hospital if we're still worried about him. I felt bad for making them go through all this.
So he is different.
He is a freak.
Oh my. What should I do? They took a look at everything inside me.
She just
That
said they couldn't
sounded
see anything on the
unnecessarily
X-ray,
creepy,
dork.
Teddie.
But at least they didn't find anything wrong with them, right? Man, we know as much about Teddie as we do those personas and shadows.
Oh yeah, I tried looking them up at the library and on the net. Persona means something like another personality. And I think they listed shadow under the related terms.
Shadows are shadows. I think there's something that comes out of people. I can't really explain.
I performed my own research after the incident. Persona and shadow are common psychological terms.
Hooray for
Of course, the ones
psychology!
we are familiar
I'd
with
be
don't
surprised
quite
if
fit
they
those
actually were
definitions.
appearing in
This is
the
what was written in
dictionary
an
under,
unofficial
like,
project
persona
document
and
that I happened
shadow.
to come across. A shadow is suppressed power, and when controlled by one's ego, it becomes a persona.
It becomes a persona? What does that mean? They're basically the same thing?
We all saw it
Then
happen
again,
whenever
all
we
these
fought
shadows
one
we
of our
beat the shit out of
shadows.
did turn into personas.
Exactly.
Who cares about the details? It doesn't matter what they are. They get in our way, I'll crush them.
There you go, Kanji.
Still, I couldn't find any information on how they're related.
Leave the
to
hard
other
thinking to
world.
Naoto.
There's so much stuff about us that we don't have a clue about.
There's some things we do know.
I smell hijinks.
I got a bunch of awesome data with me.
Oh boy.
It's kinda embarrassing that I'm the only one who had personal details shown to the world, so... Ta-da! Nowadays, information wants to be free.
This does not seem great.
Therefore, I'll break the ice by announcing the results of everyone's physical exams.
Oh boy.
What? No, you won't! Give them to me now!
Ooh! First place in the shortest legs division is...
My guess is
Who would have guessed?
Naoto, because she's the shortest. No?
It's not me, is it?
All their legs look the same
What kind of
length.
things did they examine anyway? Look, if you're gonna blab at all, you might as well tell us the girls' measurements.
Oh, Yosuke, you scumbag.
What? Are you a complete nutter moron?
I mean, Teddie's gonna do it regardless,
Sure, go
but
right ahead.
jeez.
My profile's been public knowledge for ages. Oh, but my bust size is 2 centimeters smaller than they print. My agency insisted.
At least she's upfront about it.
No!
That's what I like about
mine.
Yurise.
Aw, I bet guys won't care what size you are, senpai. And having modestly sized breasts like yours would definitely make it easier to wear a kimono.
Is that relevant? I don't know.
What? Oh yeah, Naoto-kun's in here too, huh? Let's see. Naoto-kun's is... Huh? Is this for real? Wait, isn't this measured wrong?
And there's the hint that everybody goes ahead and says that Naoto has
Anyways.
massive boobs.
The important thing is that according to the examination results,
This one
nothing's
scene
wrong
more
with
or less
our health.
confirms Naoto
So
has
we won't be needing these
very
anymore.
large breasts.
I'm going to go shred them.
Yeah, there it is. If you're asking
well,
how,
thank
lots of
goodness
tape.
everyone's healthy.
Probably.
You're right.
This game is weird.
After all that, they found out nothing about me. I wonder what I really am.
You're a magical bear. Eh, we'll find out together.
Yeah. Thanks, Sensei.
You were able to grow a human body inside of a bear suit. It's not exactly something that you can just peg down and like with a doctor checkup. Anyway, we're up to rank 6 with Teddie. So, new ability for Persona. Marakunda. It's a little depressing that I haven't been using Teddie as much as I probably
We're
should.
gonna leave you guys behind.
But I have my personal preference on my teams.
You're back.
I had an interesting day today, Dojima. I went to the doctor and I learned some stuff I probably shouldn't have learned. Okay, so now it's time to do the Lover's Path for the Sun Arcana. It more or less plays out the exact same, with the exception of what you say to Yumi at the end of the dialogue.
I'm thinking about finding answers to the questions I had before. He and Mom them are the ones who gave me life. Then, what can I do for the people who gave me this life? For the people who have supported me? I've been thinking about it all this time. I'm not going to run from my own life anymore. After all, I'm the only person who can live it. I'm sorry, and thank you. Can you take this? You gave me the opportunity to start walking.
Alright, and now it's time for the critical moment. Now, instead of rejecting Yumi's feelings, or declining them, I should say, we're going to accept them, even though we're in a relationship with another girl. Again, this is the harem path, so... So now, we hug her. There you go.
Are you sure? You're okay with me?
On one hand, it seems like it's the correct thing to do. On another hand, they do this with almost every single female character in Persona 4. So, I mean, like... I don't know. I kind of feel like the game's, like, urging you to do a harem path. More on that later. So, there's an extra scene if you decide to go for the intimate path, where Yumi hangs out with you in your room. I haven't even begun. I'm not gonna pick that one. That one seems a bit, That's kind of right. Well, at least somebody acknowledges it. Whew. It's getting a little hot and heavy in the
Jerk.
Dojima household.
Come out and say it?
Oh boy.
You know exactly what I mean.
So that's the Sun Arcana. Yay. Darkness has fallen. That's a new one. Alright. So in the next update, more social links. And we'll also become more intimate with Yukiko. So until then, thanks for watching.